Hey guys, so today we're making some cheddar based swim biscuits. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's get started with the recipe. So I saw this on Instagram and I'll be sure to list that person's information in the description box below. But I'm going to start with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour that I'm just going to put through a sifter to make sure everything is nice and smooth. Next, I'm going to add in 4 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm also going to add in about a teaspoon of some salt. And this was a really simple recipe. I was really shocked at how simple it was just to add these ingredients together. And so next I'm going to add in about 1.5 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And then I'm just going to whisk all of that together until it is combined. Next I'm going to add in about 2 cups of some buttermilk. And I'm gonna get my pan ready. So I added in 1 stick of some butter to a pan, and I'm just gonna put that in a 450-degree oven just until the butter melts. And so I'm just gonna continue to mix my dough together. And you want to make sure that you don't overmix. You just want to mix it until it is just combined, because you don't want your biscuits to be tough. And so I'm adding in some Colby Jack cheese, but you can add in some cheddar if you have cheddar. I just used the cheese that I had in my refrigerator. And then I'm going to add in some fresh parsley and mix all of that together. I want to say I used about a cup and a half of some cheese, but of course you can use as much or as little as you like, or you don't have to add the cheese if you don't want to. And I'm just going to season the biscuits up with some onion powder and some garlic powder, as well as some of this chipotle Dano seasoning. If you have Old Bay, you can use Old Bay, but I ain't had no Old Bay, so I'm just gonna mix that just until it's combined. And then I'm gonna add it to the pan with the melted butter, and you want to use your spatula to spread the batter along the edges of the pan. And then you're gonna bake this in a 450-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, you're gonna take it out and just kind of mark it like to how you want your biscuits to be cut in the end. And so after you cut the biscuits, you're going to place it back in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes, or until your biscuits are nice and brown. And so while my biscuits were baking, I decided I was going to make some sausage gravy. So I am just browning up some turkey Italian sausage. You are free to use like any breakfast sausage you want. If you have plant-based sausage, you can use plant-based sausage as well. And so after my meat is nice and browned, I'm going to add in this whole container of some half and half, or you can use heavy cream if you want. And then I'm just seasoning it with some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of poultry seasoning. And I'm just gonna let this simmer until it starts to thicken up. But this was really delicious, you guys. Very rich, I will say that. But it is perfect for any breakfast or brunch, or if you want to serve this for any holiday, that would be a great addition. And so I felt like my gravy needed a little additional flavor, so I did add in a little bit of some chicken bouillon. And so right here I'm just taking some of that extra fat out of my gravy, because I don't want that sitting on top of my gravy. And then I'm going to add in a handful of some fresh parsley. And this is pretty much done, you guys. And I'm just going to serve this with these delicious biscuits. And so I'm topping the biscuits with some more butter. Yes, additional butter with some parsley, just so they can be nice and shiny. And these were absolutely delicious. I don't even have nothing else to say. So I'm just about to cut this up and serve it with some of this some of the sausage gravy. And it is nice and cheesy. I have no words. This was just beyond delicious, so buttery. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll be sure to list the ingredients in the description box below, as well as link that person's information down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.